the University of Pittsburgh. Buffalo will serve first, and the home season's underway. Dig by Klicka, hit in the middle, and an immediate point. Great Kelly with the kill in the middle. Dan Fisher, what a remarkable job he has done. You see the record, but it's beyond that. It's what he's taken this program to.
I mean, he's taken them to be, you're expecting them to go to the Final Four year in and year out. That is really what he has done to this program here at Pitt.
Vasquez Gomez in her 6th season with the serve. Winding up, blocked. Bulls trail 1-0. And tap just wide on the opportunity there for Forlan.
And, you know...
And you got to think outside the box for Buffalo.
Absolutely. You've got to be pulling out all the stops here. And Manuela Forlan, who they have listed as both an outside and a right side, it looks like they have her on the outside, at least so far today. Looking for maybe just some extra height out there.
Forlan with the hit there. It is blocked. Bulls trying to get something going. Blocked down, but out. And the first point for Buffalo.
And that point goes to freshman Luli Arcucci, who, you know, she might be a freshman, but she's had some quality time in terms of volleyball. She's been playing on the Argentinian national team. So she's played in some big matches as well.
Manuela Forlan. And the serve to Pitt. The hit block right back. And calling for a little crowd support is Trevihovska.
You got to feel good about that, right?
Calling over to the fans, like, give us a little more. It's 2-2.
And we kind of talked about that in our coach's call with Coach Smith. I like the juice she brings. She plays with a lot of energy, a lot of emotion.
This time the tip by Pitt. Good opportunity, but better dive by Vasquez Gomez. And the swing by Tori Stafford, who is off to a great start for her sophomore season.
And great pass there. And then, of course, I mean, come on, look at that. You just went up against Olivia Babcock, 6'5", and you're 5'10", and you got the solo block. I'd be hyped, too, if I were her.
Cat Flood to serve. It's 3-2 Panthers here. First set. The first home match of the year for the Panthers. Opportunity from the middle. Saved by Vasquez Gomez to Stafford, and Stafford's able to put it away on a heck of a set there by Rachel Fairbanks.
That's a great second ball by Fairbanks. Then, of course, just Tori Stafford. Like you said, Coach Fish said she's having a phenomenal preseason, has really improved. You want to get her touches early.
Second serve from Flood. That time a little off speed. Trevihovska, and a middle kill. Once again, it's Tori Stafford for the Panthers.
And like you said, that was kind of in the middle there. She was pulled in really close, kind of in that 2-3 type of zone. She was not out towards the pin on that kill.
Panthers out to a 3-point lead. A nice serve by Flood. Good dig. This time right side dug by Fairbanks. Stafford once again.
Big arm already getting a bunch of touches for Stafford, and it's looking like she's feeling pretty comfortable maneuvering around this Bulls block.
Came in with 25 kills in 2 sets. Already Stafford with 4.
And that's just working right on inside in the block there.
Trevihovska that time gets the point back for Buffalo. Scott Smith, really cool story. He was an assistant at Buffalo, took over as head coach. 13 wins to 23 in the span of 2 years for Smith, who has a core right now that has helped reshape this Bulls program. I don't know if that was planned,
no.
fortunate. trying to give benefit of the doubt here.
Sometimes we call those a paintbrush kill because it just kind of whiffs off your fingertips, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, you know? Whatever it is, it's going in the stat book as a kill.
And if you forgot to watch Olivia Babcock serve, here you go. Wow.
It's pretty impressive, right? And
every time.
And here's the thing, when you're doing this type of a serve, you know, a topspin serve, you have to be bringing the heat, and that is what she's able to do and why she's able to do it more so than you don't see it that much in women's volleyball.
And an ace off the top of the net. The net was not going to be a hindrance to the power of that serve from Babcock. It's 9-3.
That takes so much athleticism and so much power.
And that went just a bit long. And a point for Buffalo. Panthers early on hitting 625 to 111 for the Bulls. Substitution.
Defensive specialist, yeah, Kiara Clouden coming in, freshman. She's played in all 3 of their matches so far this year. Gone back row for that second, or that right side blocker.
Klicka, and then that was not tipped, hit long, off a bit of a slide there for the Panthers. Nyla Jones just missing. It's now 9-5. This time rising up is Tori Stafford, and why not go in that direction with the way that she has started this season and started this match. She has half of Pitt's points.
And that's exactly what you want to see early on. And like, what a beautiful pass by Valeria Vasquez-Gomez. And what that's going to do is keep you in system and allow Rachel Fairbanks to set all of her hitters up front.
In the middle, off of Klicka, powerful hit by Manuela Forlan.
And that's a nice attack to have out of the back row. And they use her a lot from back there as well. They put her in zone 6, which is that middle back zone. And what that's allowing her to do is get a little bit more touches at the back row attack. So if the pass isn't there, she serves as an extra hitter.
There we see the jump serve from Trevihovska, but Olivia Babcock rises up to put that one away.
That's so impressive. And again, it's hard to match up with her. And we've got this is kind of where we're seeing that second libero being used. Right here, we've got Mallory Meyer coming in to serve.
Meyer with a near ace, good dig by Buffalo. Opportunity in the middle, hit over. Here comes the Panthers, Vasquez-Gomez. Trevihovska was able to save that. Saving that one is Babcock over to Vasquez-Gomez, who puts it away. What nice save by Olivia Babcock.
Good defense on both sides, playing scrappy. That's what you want to see, especially early on in the year. You might not be at your best yet, but you at least want to see the effort. And here, kind of like what we were just mentioning, you can now use 2 liberos. Only one can play at a time, but it kind of helps to save an extra sub. But also, we're seeing some teams across the NCAA use them as sort of a serve-receive libero and a defensive libero, depending on if your team is serving or the other team is serving. Now, Pitt has Emmy Klicka, so they don't really need to do that with her talent, but it is very helpful to have Mallory Meyer be able to come in there and serve as needed.
Meyer will continue. Kelly and Fairbanks in on the block. Forlan's hit. And here comes Fairbanks out of nowhere, and Vasquez-Gomez just sends it over. And great save by Vasquez-Gomez. Hit from the back is long by Olivia Babcock. Buffalo now down 6. First set here in Pittsburgh. Buffalo Bulls picked 4th in the MAC. And Abby Lee part of that core leadership, will serve for the Bulls. And a back set is dug out. Leah part of that. Forlan just a little short, and point to Pitt.
Yeah, and they're just a little bit more out of system right now, the Bulls. A little bit harder on the passing, which is putting a little bit more of a, a little bit more of a stress on Mandy Lee, who's their setter, number 3 in black, and that's just going to make their offense a little bit harder.
First team All-American, ACC setter of the year. She does everything. Serve is over. Trzewiechowska was able to kill in the middle.
Nice back row attack there, and she likes to get her touches. 2 of the first 3 games, Trzewiechowska had 46 attempts, and those were both 4-set matches, but that's still a ton of touches. But Coach Smith said that's what she likes. She wants the ball in her hands.
Panthers breed Kelly dug by Trzewiechowska, who will swing from the back, and I don't know if it was quite short or blocked. Either way, it's a Panther point. Panthers out to an early lead, hitting .353 and a 15-8 lead. Rachel Fairbanks was awarded for her 2,000th career assist.
And just an absolute stud last season. Pitt's QB1, if you will. She's the one running the offense. And I really think you could put her toe-to-toe with just about any setter in the NCAA. And I think you have to like what you're seeing out of her. And she has so many reps now with all of these hitters.
She can set, kill, block, whatever you need her to do, she can do it.
She can do it all.
Valeria Vasquez Gomez, the 6th year out of Puerto Rico. A 15-8 Panther lead. Nice play, dug and recognized by Rachel Fairbanks. But an opportunity here for the Bulls. Forlan's able to power that one through, and it's 15-9.
And I think if you're the Bulls and Coach Smith, I think you have to like what you're seeing out of Forlan so far. She's playing big. She's trying to get high touches on the ball, meaning she's not trying to touch the forearms of the players when she's swinging. She's one that gets those fingertips so that you can get those touches off the block.
And she's played in national teams for Brazil, which tells you to credit to her talent. Also some talent from Olivia Babcock.
Just a little bit, right? Just a little bit.
She was able to put that one away.
And you're seeing Kat Flood come into spot serve here.
Kat Flood, and when you look back at some of these NCAA teams, you're going to think, well, who are some of the key role players? Kat Flood's going to be one of those names that's going to be mentioned. She's come in several opportunities, in big opportunities, and has delivered huge serves. A tip blocked at the net by the Panthers.
And it looks like right after she tipped that, she was a little tight to the net, and I think she went underneath that half-court line, which you cannot do, so that's going to be Pitt's ball.
So more Kat Flood serving. 17-9 Panthers here. First set. Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. The crowd just keeps growing exponentially. Blocked at the net. Trzewiechowska dug by Flood. Rising into the air is Tori Stafford with her 6th kill.
And she's getting some really good looks today. And honestly, you have to sit there and wonder, are some of these balls going right over top of the block? I mean, she's big, she's super explosive. She might be hitting right over top of this Bulls block.
Trzewiechowska winds up and is blocked. And that is the 2 sophomore stars. Excuse me, that was Ryla Jones was part of that block.
And you know,
I think it was Babcock.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If you're Trzewiechowska, you're 5'10", you're going toe-to-toe with 6'5" Olivia Babcock, that is going to happen sometimes.
So what do you do if you're Buffalo in that situation? Do you want to just continue to try to throw off instead of trying to wind up, maybe just dink it over? What's your strategy?
Yeah, so I think that's got to be part of it, is you got to look to open up your shots. But with how big Olivia Babcock is, how big Ryla Jones is, Bree Kelly, everyone that you're going up against, you also have to be thinking, I don't want to hit into their forearms. I want to hit the top of their hands. So, you know, if you saw that ball being hit and it didn't touch anybody's hands, it's going to go flying out of bounds, but it's going flying out of bounds because you were looking for the top of their hands and you're looking to get a kill that way, because unfortunately, if you're looking at this hit PCT, it's going pretty one way right now. And unfortunately for Buffalo, you're going to have to try to get really creative here and also maybe try to pick up with some speed. You know, that can kind of help offset a big block in front of you, is trying to pick up speed, get some fast sets to the outside, fast sets to the middle. But unfortunately, there's only so much you can do.
11 kills, 11 assists, 10 digs for the Panthers. Stafford again with 6 to lead all. Kavihovska with 2 kills for the Bulls, same with Forlan. And well of Forlan, Cat Flood will serve. Panthers up 10 here in set number 1. Good serve. Serve is dug and then dropped down at the net.
And while, you know, that's going to go as an error there for Luli, that was a really tight set. And against this type of a big block, that's kind of, you know, we like to call it like a trap set. Like, you're kind of setting her up there to kind of just hit right into their hands. There's not that much she can do there.
Arcucci's in a really tough position there. 29 Panthers. Kavihovska blocked at the net. And is the 5th block for Pitt.
And even on that play, you know, when that pass is about 10 feet off the net and working towards the outside, you know, there's just not that much that Trebihovska can do because she's the only option there. So Pitt knows that she's going to get the ball. It's going to be easy to go set up on her.
Ryla Jones, now Cat Flood, a little lollipop serve, just short.
Tried to pop that right over and just didn't have enough on it. But that was a nice run from her, and like you said, that's, you know, that's the type of role player that Pitt is looking to have and use, you know, deep into the ACC tour, you know, into ACC play, deep into the NCAA tournament.
Klicka kind of decides last minute that she's going to play that, and I don't know what, I'm running out of adjectives for Tori Stafford here in set 1.
You know, I mean, Coach Fisher talked about it on the coach call. He said she is out this year to be improved. She has been working like crazy. Her passing is improved. She looks like she's a little bit stronger. You've got to love what you see out of her so far.
7 kills, no errors for Stafford early on. Tori Stafford, you know, so much was Olivia Babcock. If it wasn't for Olivia Babcock, they'd be talking about the freshman sensation, Tori Stafford.
Absolutely. And then isn't that what's crazy, though, about having them both as, I mean, look, you're looking tonight, 7 kills, 778, which is ridiculous numbers. You can't do that in video games. But then you're thinking, you know, like you said, if that wasn't also with Olivia Babcock, she would be the main headline. But you have both of them, which I think you've got to feel really great going into the rest of this season. And
Kelsey, what I think is so amazing about 2 freshmen last year having that kind of impact is it's not in a rebuilding team or a team with, you know, a lot of roster turnover. They came onto an established roster and not only found roles, but found ways to excel on a team with a lot of veterans. As you see, the returners for this year, of course, Stafford and Babcock, Valeria Vasquez Gomez, they handle the kills, but then Emmy Klicka and obviously Rachel Fairbanks, Cat Flood, Bree Kelly getting healthier day by day. Yeah, you have to feel good about where you're at, where your depth is at, you know, who you have on your bench, and then you put that all together and you've got to be thinking 4 straight semifinal appearances. You said it early, the goals have changed here at Pitt. for Buffalo, they're looking to take that next step. And he's trying to find some momentum here. Good dig there by Forlan. Trevihovska. You can see the frustration.
Yeah. And that's where, you know, I do respect she's not afraid to still let out that big swing into that big block. And then, hey, look, that one, she hits it hard enough. She pushes them back a little bit, and you get the kill out of it.
Freshman. Sliding. And a kill in the middle by Ryla Jones. Excuse me, Olivia Babcock.
Olivia Babcock, that was out of the back row there. So she's playing in zone 1 right now, which is your right back position, but she's still able to be used as a back row attacker, which, you know, is always great to have her back there.
And Trevihovska able to kill for a 12th point for the Bulls here in the first set.
And all 5'10" of her just got that kill around a triple block. They even have Valeria Vasquez Gomez pull over on that one.
She had 403 kills last year. And her jump serve is wide. And we are at set point.
And her jump serve is impressive too, because of, you know, she's not that tall, which means it's going to be even harder to have that type of a top spin serve. But she still does a good job, and like you said, she led the team in aces.
Aggression is something that seems to be very much a part of her game. At the serve. Forlan will swing for the Bulls and get a point.
Even after her teammate, Forlan, got the kill, you know, she's trying to get the crowd involved on their side. She's like, come on, guys, look at us.
Abby Lee will serve for the Bulls. And a tap in the middle by Bree Kelly, and that'll do it for the first set. The Panthers in. Garibaldi and Bayless in for the Panthers. We'll probably see a number play here. Served by Fairbanks, blocked in the middle.
Garibaldi.
And an early point for
First
Garibaldi.
point in, that's got to feel great. Get the jitters out, you know.
Right, first one at home.
Yes. Good tracking of her man, which is going to be number 5, Abby Lee, on the other side. Good timing, too, and just sealed that tape up.
The Argentinian with the happy face. I love the reaction of the teammates recognizing this moment. Of course, a few of them can remember that because it was only last year. Fairbanks, the set, lefty tip by Vasquez Gomez, and it was hit out of bounds by Buffalo. What an athletic play by Vasquez Gomez to kind of switch hands and make that work.
That's a really good play there. You're a little bit outside the antenna. Basically, your only shot is to swipe back in and try to use the block to get the kill.
Rachel Fairbanks, 14 assists here early on, and add an ace.
We also have Blair Bayless in, which I'm guessing is going to be our second outside, because she's going to be opposite of Valeria Vasquez Gomez, getting her some early touches as well. Coach Fisher spoke really highly of her as well, talking about how she's kind of the backup to Olivia Babcock, but also kind of trying to make her own name for herself and getting herself some playing time this season.
Manuela just a little bit long, and it's 4-0 Panthers. Rachel Fairbanks continues. Crowd was a little bit late arriving, but you see the seats filling up here on a Tuesday night, day after Labor Day, and a dink in the middle. Nice play by Abby Lee.
And that was only her second attempt of the day, which is really kind of showing like you want to get those middles involved if you are the Bulls. But that starts with the pass, getting the passes up to the net so that you can get them involved. I think if they had their choice, they're going to want Abby Lee getting a lot more touches these next couple sets.
Cludden to serve for Buffalo. And just a little low, and the opportunity by Garibaldi.
I like that they're trying to get her touches early. You know, get her comfortable, get her settled in, try to get that, again, like that first kill out of the way.
Buffalo's just looking to get a little momentum going. Couple good serves. And then Olivia Babcock kills that momentum with the kill from the left side.
And that's just incredibly hard to defend if you're the Buffalo Bulls. With where she's contacting the ball above the net, she's almost at the top of the antenna. It's extremely hard to defend.
34 aces last year for Vasquez Gomez. And Cherryhovska able to get that over the net and block down a point for the Bulls. You could see she was, one of the things she was in high school, she's a weightlifting champion. You could see it, like she's got some thickness to her.
Oh, I think the way Coach Smith said it was her arm is elite, and he's 100% right.
And saved back by Rachel Fairbanks, and it killed a Blair Bayless.
That, you want to talk about elite? That is an elite play right there by Rachel Fairbanks. She's back row, so she's too tight. She can't dump it over. She has to go grab it and then just flip it right up to somebody, and it just happened to be Blair Bayless.
And I think she's one of the players that just looks for new challenges. Like, what else can I do?
She's like that perfect quarterback, you know? She's always looking to get better. She's always looking to make the people around her better. Her game is so complete.
A grad student from Illinois, Kat Flood. Forlin hits it just a little bit long. No fingers on it from the Panthers. And Flood will serve again at 7-3.
And Kat Flood has done a really good job in this spot serving role. It is not easy coming off the bench cold and then being asked to have tough, aggressive serves that keep the other team on their heels.
Set, middle opportunity, dug by Flood. All the way back over, and Olivia Babcock puts that one away.
And again, just another phenomenal play by Rachel Fairbanks. She's running towards the outside. She sends it the opposite direction to get that ball back. Look how far she has to push that. The easy set would have been going to the outside, but she made the difficult set, and you get rewarded for that.
Rising up is Forlin, and that is out untouched. 9-3 Panthers. That's 11 errors for the Bulls. Good thought there by Mandy Lee, and miscommunication for the Panthers, and a point for Buffalo.
That is not something you want to see, that type of miscommunication. It does happen sometimes, but it was a really nice up on the tip, and I don't think Coach Fish is going to be thrilled about that. But I do think they've done a really good job containing Mandy Lee, the senior setter. She does like to throw that second ball over, so you have to be on your toes there.
And there is serve deep by Abby Lee. Panthers won the first set. 25-13 was the final. And Olivia Babcock to serve. Great dig by Klicka. Vasquez Gomez just sends it over. Good save by Mandy Lee. Now the Panthers working it, and putting it away is Blair Bayless.
And that's some good defense and good passing there from the Bulls. It's a little bit more difficult for them to pull out a kill in these scenarios.
You're facing an elite team.
Exactly. I mean, like, that's a good tip to the 4 zone, which is that left front. You just can't get it to fall because Emmy Klicka is a phenomenal defender.
2 good digs of the serves, another opportunity to tip it over. Bayless set up again, and once again, Blair Bayless.
Looking good so far in these early touches that she's seeing here, which again has to be giving you great confidence to the depth on your roster.
You think of Stafford and Babcock as freshmen. You know, Bayless is just a sophomore, and she's kind of on the typical track for a sophomore where you're working your way into a lineup. And still could be a big contributor here for the Panthers over the next 2 3/4 years on the ace by Olivia Babcock.
And that's the difference there with this type of topspin serve. You know, you kind of got to think about it like, you know, like almost like a 4-seam fastball. Like if it's just kind of strong and down the middle, you know, it's not going to be that difficult. But if you're going high 90s with a little bit of movement, it's really hard to work with.
And good play in the middle by the Bulls and Mandy Lee.
And that was her first setter dump that was able to fall to the ground, so that's probably got to make her feel good. But I think also from her vantage point, she's thinking, we're having a hard time getting kills by our hitters. Why can't I try to get a kill? Kind of sneak a point for my team there.
From the Lees of Strongsville, Ohio, Mandy with the serve. Bayless is feeling it this set, getting that opportunity. 3 kills and 4 total.
And it looks like either a spot serve or Dylan Griffin is coming back row for Blair Bayless. She has a nice lefty serve, good float.
8 aces last year, and she served in some critical matches towards the end of last season. And an ace.
Was it that Georgia Tech game last year where she had a run? I want to say during the end of the year had, I think it was like a 4 or 5 point run that was critical.
And an ace from Dylan Griffin as the Panthers take a 15-5 lead. You see that float right to the ground. 15-5 Panthers here in set number 2.
Jersey Mike's freshly slices it right in front of you.
The architect of the Panthers' success, Dan Fisher, 5 ACC championships in 7 seasons, 8 straight NCAA tournament appearances, 3 straight national semifinals. And you see the top 10 ranking last season. They've been top 50 in RPI for 9 straight years. He has built something special here in Oakland.
A powerhouse.
Griffin after the ace. This time Doug, and Panthers are able to send it over. Bihavska to Lee, and the kill blocked. Ryla Jones in the middle as everybody's getting into a little bit of action.
Yeah, and we also now have number 19, Nisa Buzla-Tepe in, who went in for Rachel Fairbanks. She's looking like she's going to be the backup setter, who is a transfer from Texas A&M.
Yeah, originally from Istanbul. And a shoulder save. Opportunity here for the Panthers. Vasquez Gomez is blocked out of bounds, and the Panthers keep this run going at 17-5. Haiti Tautua'a was supposed to be a big part of this year. Unfortunately, out for the season with a knee injury. You started to see some of her attributes last year, and And it's a blow for the Panthers, but a deep roster for Pitt as well.
Yeah, and that's where you have to be so glad that you picked up Nisa Buzlatepe, who is 19 in yellow right now, because, you know, she has tons of experience. She was either setting a 5-1 or a 6-2 last year at Texas A&M. So, you know, she's not coming in cold. She's coming in with lots of experience. Still kind of on the mend from a shoulder injury, but looking like she's getting closer to that 100%.
Buffalo serve at 17-6. And from the right side is Vasquez Gomez. She powers that through the block attempt. Vasquez Gomez with her 4th kill.
Yeah, Nisa just picked up her 2nd assist there. And I mean, it looks like they're already getting some good chemistry, and I like that she's pushing that ball out there with some pace.
Bulls are 3-0. They won their own tournament. And this is the first road match of the year. What a first road match to have to play at Pitt. Lee said that ball hit into the net by Bayless, and a point for Buffalo.
And you're still seeing Mallory Meyer, the freshman out of Nebraska, coming in there on that last play to spot serve.
Fute with the serve. And rising up from the back, but saved by Buffalo. Middle set, knocked out of bounds, and a point for the Bulls, Abby Lee.
There's that sister connection we've been looking for all night.
Abby Lee hit .391 last year, 29th in NCAA last season. Nice serve. Fute, and the ball is knocked wide, and a couple points in a row here for Buffalo.
I think that's why you schedule a team like Pitt. You want to put yourself up to the challenge. You want to see, you know, maybe where some of your deficiencies are that are going to get exposed against a better team, so you can kind of see, like, how do we get better from this? How do we work from here?
And an ace for Buffalo, and plus it takes that RPI to another level. They're going to play Ohio State and Florida as well. And, you know, they've played in postseason the last couple of years, not NCAA, but still played in postseason, and their aspirations are to win the MAC and get in the NCAA. A 3-0 run here for the Bulls. Bihovska is blocked. Vasquez Gomez is able to work that through the block, and the Panthers get it back at 19-10.
That was a nice set there by Olivia Babcock, who's actually going to get the assist on that play. And I'm really thinking that, you know, this season with the new double hands rule, all of the girls who are maybe even not the setter are going to feel a little bit more comfortable using their hands on that second ball.
And a near ace for the Panthers, Uzatepa. And a kill right side by Olivia Babcock.
Timeout, Buffalo.
So we've seen this, Jeff Hathorn, Kelsey Bonk here calling Buffalo and the Panthers. We've seen where the Panthers have gotten some key key transfers here and there, and especially with the injuries we talked about. To get Uzatepa is a big get for the Panthers, to have that type of experience on a team that expects to go a long way this year.
Yeah, that's why you really can't ever feel like you have too much depth, because you just never know what's going to happen. Injuries happen, you know, just even, you know, sometimes people have a bad match and you just want to get somebody fresh in there. You want to have options on your bench. And I also think that's how, you know, Coach Fisher has to love the competitiveness at practice, to have this much talent top to bottom on his roster. I feel like practices would be absolutely incredible because you're just able to push each other. And, you know, and since he's not afraid to use these girls in matches, that really makes you feel like if I show out at practice, I'm going to be rewarded with playing time.
And you're at a point where you're Pitt, where you're getting more calls than you're calling.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You're having to say no to really good players who want to be a part of this. As Panthers with 3 straight Final Fours, 5 ACC titles since 2017, and we see that since 2019, only Wisconsin has been to more national semifinals. And those programs there, especially Wisconsin, Texas, and Nebraska, are long-time, big-time volleyball programs.
Yes, absolutely elite programs.
And kill attempt is blocked off the hit by Otten. Garibaldi in on that, along with Vasquez Gomez. It's 21-10 Panthers. Pitt won the first set 25-13. Pitt hitting .475 here in the second. Good hit back and just a little bit long. And 14th Bulls error.
And what a run here by Nisa. Coming in, consistently strong, nice hard float serves, keeping the other team on their toes.
Oh, nice play. And what did...
And they called that an illegal back row attack. So that setter, Mandy Lee, number 3 in black. So when she's back row, which she is right now, she cannot contact that ball above the top of the tape, so above the top of the net. I believe the ref thinks that she might have contacted it right above there.
It was tight. 23-10. And kill in the middle, blocked, but sent back over. Uzetepa with the save. Vasquez Gomez flat-footed. Chance here for the Bulls. And a pancake save by Klicka. And the point continues. Travihovska hits it just long. And the Panthers, both teams, play really good defense. And the Panthers now at set point.
It's a nice rally there. And I mean, really good defense on both sides. And look at that, Emmy Klicka just sliding that hand for the pancake, which you absolutely have got to love to see. And then, of course, you know, Travihovska just missing deep there.
Lee sends it over. Pitt in the middle, ends it. Garibaldi with the kill in the middle, and the Panthers take set number 2, holding the Bulls to negative hit percent.
Hitting over 350,
so
really
the Bulls,
efficient.
Kelsey to serve. And you see it tipped by Rachel Fairbanks. Travihovska, dig by Klicka. Bayless is just going to send it over. A chance here for Buffalo. And a point in the middle for Arkuski.
And that's a good first run there for them, getting the middle involved early. I think that's what you really want to see. Makes it a little bit less predictable on offense.
Dig and getting it right back for the Panthers. Kelsey, if you are Buffalo, what are you really looking to get out of this third set?
I mean, I think I want to see a little bit better serve receive. You know, have the ball a little bit closer to right where Mandy Lee is, right at her X, and then that way we can see if we can run a little bit of a better offense against a tremendous defense in Pitt.
Vasquez Gomez with an ace.
Like you're looking at that right there. You know, you're getting aced. You can't run an offense like that, hard to score points like that. I think you're looking to lock in. And Pitt has a phenomenal serving team, so it's definitely going to be hard. But if we can lock in a little bit on serve receive, you can get yourself a couple extra points.
Vasquez Gomez. This time Doug. Travihovska will just tap it over. And the Panthers, Blair Bayless with a 5th kill for Blair. and it's 3-1.
And Blair now being used on the right side in for Olivia Babcock, and then you have Kat Flood in on the outside, getting her some touches swinging as well as she was spot serving today.
Served by Vasquez Gomez played. Trevihovska winds up. And she is not shy anywhere she is.
A lot of passion. A lot of passion from her. And her coach said, he said, they want to keep it all positive.
Hey, everybody winds themselves a different way, and a kill in the middle for the Panthers.
That's a great run there in the middle for Nyla Jones, and she's looking very, very comfortable in her freshman season.
And from Fort Washington, Maryland, top 100 recruit. I guess if you're a recruit, you know if you play to a high level, you're going to get an opportunity to play, even at a program with so much depth. And good kill in the middle by Abby Lee. And it's 4-3 Panthers.
Nice run there by the Bulls, and you're seeing you got number 11 in yellow, Dahlia Vierlin, in for the Panthers, and I think she just had a little bit of trouble tracking her middle there.
And the tip is off the hands of the Bulls, and it will be Pitt point.
And these also have to be good reps for some of these depth players of the Panthers to get comfortable doing this, with the jersey on, with the number on the front and the name on the back.
And cool to see a kill from Kat Flood. Trevihovska winds up and just a little long.
And you missed a little bit deep there, but that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to hit high hands. You don't want that ball really falling that much in the middle of the court because most of those balls are going to get blocked. And then you saw that kind of second contact there had a little bit of spin to it. So that this year is going to be allowed. Whereas in past years, even that ball had a little bit of spin to it as well. They were very strict on it. They wanted that ball to come out clean, out of your hands fast. But this year, there's a little bit more of a leeway on that second touch where that's not going to be called, which I think is going to be great for the game, allow for longer rallies. And then you get to see the players decide the points.
The Bulls leading 7th kill for Trevihovska. So obviously they have that in high school then, right?
Yep, so that is still, you got me there, exactly.
And a block in the middle. So Abby Lee, though, able to get the point. We've seen a very active Kat Flood getting opportunities to swings and blocks. Cool for her to get more than just a service rep, to be able to go through a rotation. And the dig there. And Flood blocked at the net. Good block by Mandy Lee, and a save for Buffalo. Able to get that over. And Flood again, this time not to be denied. And a 7th point for the Panthers.
If you're Pitt, you gotta love how you finish that long rally there. Trevihovska, great hustle play there, bringing that ball back in play. But then you got Kat Flood just looking to put that ball away. Nice little cut shot there, too.
For Trevihovska, occasionally there are stands back there. I don't think that would have mattered for her. She would have gone in them, through them, whatever it takes.
And I love that, you gotta like someone who's always playing with emotion, always playing with passion. But I will say, I heard I think it was Nick Saban say this this past week. You want your players to play with emotion, but you don't want them to be emotional.
Here's the line. Kat Flood to serve at 7-5. And swing opportunity, I think, into the net there for Emma Converse. Just a freshman from San Antonio. And cool for Buffalo, they're starting to get enough recognition. They're not just nationally, but internationally getting players. Flood at 8-5. And an ace for Kat Flood. Well, we saw Blair Bayless kind of take advantage of the second set. So far in the third, it's been Kat Flood.
Yeah, and that's awesome for these girls to come in, be able to get these touches, and then be able to capitalize on these in-game touches and really kind of have some good film on themselves.
How about 2 in a row? Kat Flood had 6 aces in the NCAA tournament last year, and Flood able to get a couple early here. It is 10-5 Panthers, third set, first home match of the year for the Panthers. 2 straight aces for Kat Flood. You see the numbers, especially the hit percentage and the blocks have been big so far, Kelsey.
Dominant performance so far from Pitt, and they have to feel good right now just about, you want to play up against a team that you probably feel like you should beat.
In her career, Kat Flood's had 3 aces in a game once, and that is knocked out of bounds, and that will beat Mood. She's had 3 kills. She has 2 so far. That is a career high. Good play by Emma Converse for Buffalo. It still is only 10-6 here in the third. Abby Lee to serve. And a bit of a slide and a kill for the Panthers, and that's Dela Virlun.
And again, you're getting another freshman from Romania, 11, Dalia Virlun, their first kill, which also has to, really pump up the rest of the team to see some of these young girls getting some touches early on.
Now Dylan Griffin in to serve. I mean, you go through that entire preseason, then you go out to the coast, there's some opportunities in the Long Beach match. Now to be home and to play everybody. Trevi Hofska, and a save by Griffin. And nice recovery by Buffalo to get that over. Vasquez Gomez able to put it away. Oh.
And unfortunately, that's part of being, exactly. That's part of being a defensive specialist, Jeff. You've got to be ready to take one for the team at all times.
And you get to serve again if you do. And all the way forward, the tip is rejected. The effort there for Converse, but just too much height for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's going to be another one of those that I would consider kind of more of that trap set where Converse doesn't have much of a chance there against this type of height against the Panthers.
13-6 now, Pitt, 3-0 run. Trevi Hofska diving save by Bayless. Now a tap over that time by the Panthers. Now Pitt's chance with a tip. Good defense from both teams. And an error by the Bulls. It's 14-6 Panthers.
I like the defense on both sides of the ball right now. You're seeing a lot of extended rallies, some extra touches.
I think if you're Scott Smith, you're proud of how your team continues to fight.
I completely agree. That's what you want to see. You want to see them fighting to the very end, still looking to get quality touches on every point.
Trevi Hofska dug by Bayless. And in the middle, a kill for Converse for Buffalo.
And Converse saw some consistent playing time in those first 3 games in the tournament that they hosted, even as a freshman. So I'm thinking that she could absolutely make an impact this year for them as she continues to get comfortable in their system and kind of just doing it all. Kind of, as an outside, you got to be able to pass, you got to be able to defend, you got to be able to do a little bit of everything.
Bulls to serve at 14-7. And just a little long on the serve by Mandy Lee. Nisa Buzatepe will serve for Pitt. Saved by Klicka. Buzatepe unable to put it over, and Bulls get that serve right back.
Good hustle by Klicka and Buzatepe.
And a kill in the middle. Ryla Jones kills, and look at the crowd here. Again, it's a Tuesday night. It's Tuesday night where there's high school volleyball going on all over the place, and yet every seat nearly full. Season tickets sold out for this year. Vasquez Gomez just off the top of the net.
I think this is great for the sport of volleyball, seeing these numbers consistently. Like you said, the season tickets are sold out, so you're seeing that across the entire season, not just for, the big matches. And you're seeing on your screen what Pitt has done at home. That might be why it is worth coming and putting yourself in one of these seats here.
So Ryla Jones, the freshman, with a couple of big points here. And we've seen it become so big that they're holding some matches down at the Peterson Events Center because of the sizes of these crowds. And we'll do so with Penn State here in a couple of weeks. The energy for that one is pretty fantastic. As Emmy Klicka serve just goes, excuse me, not Emmy Klicka.
Mallory Meyer, I believe.
A little bit long, and here comes Emmy Klicka.
See, that's where that two libero will throw you this year, Jeff. You've got to be extra careful now.
I know it. Well,
you saw the blue jersey.
And up in the air is Blair Bayless to put that away. Bayless with 6 kills.
I kind of feel like she could be that X factor this year. Having her come off the bench, almost kind of like your 6th man, like being able to bring her in, even if it's just situationally, I feel like could be huge for the Panthers this season.
Bayless is too shy of a career high and serves that a little long. Hofska, now we'll get to see her jump serve again. First team All-MAC last year. And Kat Flood ties her career high with a 3rd kill.
Big swing there on the outside. And Emma Converse actually had checked out 1 rotation too early, so they just had number 10, Kiara Clyden, as a defensive specialist there in the front row for that last play by accident.
Flood aces, ties a career high in aces. And you can imagine when you see the depth of how Pitt their game has not dropped since they've made a number of substitutions, what those practices must look like. And swing and kill for Abby Lee. And this is going to be a Buffalo team that the MAC's going to have to deal with. Picked 4th in the conference. They feel like they're right on the cusp, but again, challenging themselves in these opportunities with Western Michigan picked top. And the Panthers get it over, they do. Now Buffalo Converse's swing is dug, and little miscommunication, and a point for the Bulls.
And that's a nice swing there on the outside, but I'm thinking if you're the Panthers, you're going to want that second touch back there, especially after this type of hustle play. You want that same energy across the rest of the play as well.
And again, little miscommunication. People that probably haven't been out there at the same time, even in a practice setting. Ball hit deep, and Buffalo now within 6.
Yeah, you think about the 5 returning All-Americans and all the touches they have together throughout the years. And then this group that's on the floor right now, not as many as a group.
Oh, nice dig attempt, but a Panther kill by Vierland.
Nice slide there, too. Getting around the front row setter to be able to kind of serve as that right side off of 1 foot down the line. It's a nice run.
Eve Adams tried to save that. And now we're back to Dylan Griffin. Well, that thing just knuckled down. Ball blocked at the net, saved by Buffalo. Chance here for Converse, blocked again and unable to save it.
Very difficult to get around that much size, but you said it, and I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's like a knuckleball. You want no spin on those float serves. You want them to be nice and flat.
10 blocks for the Panthers, but it seems like their defense has been even more impactful than those 10 blocks would show.
Yeah, and I think early on, if you're the Bulls, you're thinking, okay, we definitely can't hit into this block, so I've got to start doing everything in my power to work around it. So that's where you're seeing kind of the defense behind the block, getting their touches. And I think Coach Fisher has put together a phenomenal defense. And I know that he stresses that, and you're seeing it kind of benefit these past couple seasons where they're just really elite all the way from up at the net with your block, but then every single person around that block.
And you see the hit percentages for the Panthers so far. 253 against Oregon, and then it just steadily improved. And now, if you're the Panthers, you go back out to the coast. You face USC on the road, Pepperdine on the road, at UC Santa Barbara, then Penn State. It is a challenging schedule for the Panthers, and kind of get this one home match. You go back on the road, then you come back again, and you get the Nittany Lions.
Yeah, Coach Fisher said that wasn't necessarily part of the original plan, was to go out to the West Coast twice. But he said, you know what? We will go anywhere to play good teams. And then, of course, I think the other benefit is having a group of West Coast players like the Panthers have. So you got a lot of girls going kind of back home for them.
And a West Coast head coach.
Exactly.
Or West Coach. You combine them. And an ace by Dylan Griffin. That is the 10th ace for the Panthers. We are 2 points from this match being over. Ryahovska with the set. Converse just have to float it over. And a swing in the middle is blocked by Emma Converse. However,
Bradley Jones just brought enough power to push right back through her and gets that ball to land on the Bulls side.
So a 10-point lead, match point. Converse delays that.
You gotta like that they're fighting to that final point. Still being aggressive, big swings. Nice swing there by Emma Converse on the outside.
Panthers have been so good, home or road, but especially here at home. Davis ends it. The Panthers a 3-set winner over Buffalo here on this Tuesday evening. 17th straight win here at the